Hello, all my party people. Welcome back to Apex This Race League. I'm your host here, Eric Elkins, on Backseat Broadcasting. We're just wrapping up our time here in LA at Long Beach by the seaside. We have a couple minutes left here in this practice session. Thursdays this season will be, of course, the GT1s and the GT3s riding along board with the fastest man for the GT3s in practice. A whole lot of these new Lamborghinis out there. People seem to like them a whole lot. So they are making good pace out there as well. Let's take a quick listen. Around the final hairpin here. It is a very tricky corner. I really wish the race leaders would wait until the entire pack has made it around the hairpin before they gunned it, and it just helps with the kerfuffle on the outlap anyways. Here are the practice standings so far, 5 minutes remaining. Craig Ream here, top for the GT3s with a 1:19.499, just a hair faster than Tyler Pierre Richards there. And a few guys are sporting their new nicknames out there. Kent Spinmaster Kruger here. Goodness, and our class names have now come up for our leader spots there. Growing pains of season 6 as we're having growing pains on track and off track so far, but it's all good fun. We're having a great time here with our third race of the season. A fantastic turnout. Great to see everybody out there. We have so many people on track. Gosh, we have even more people on the leaderboard. Let's see if we can't fit everybody on at the same time. And Casey Kuntz at the back there, like they might have just stopped on the track there. We have a full list out there though. There's going to be a very populated race, and as you can see, the majority of them are the GT3 class in the blue. Quite a number of Lamborghinis out there as well at the moment. As you can see, only 5, and I don't even know if we can count Casey at the moment in the GT1 class, which is it is a beast to control. And around here, it's got to be very difficult. There are a lot of bumper walls around here to catch you out. Dustin Burkhalter, currently fastest overall in his Aston Martin here. Great paint job. Just a 100th faster than Corey there. Really nothing between them. See who can put in some best of the qualifying laps in a moment. Leaders Burkhalter and Burkhalter. That's not what we like. And during this race, this is a 40-minute race, and we do have a mandatory pit stop like we always have on the Thursdays. So we will see a few guys coming in for those pit stops. Excuse me with one moment while I see if we can't figure out our classes. All right, and that is it for our practice session. We're going to get right into the 10 minutes of qualifying as we have our customary wig out in between sessions, as iRacing is wont to do. Currently waiting for some drivers to get out there. Here is Craig Ream. He is quick out of the pits. Let's see if he's going to be quick around this racetrack. And that is John Elbows Out Miller there. It's good to see. Let's take a quick look at the season schedule one more time, just to remind ourselves of where we are going this season. Let's also take this little lapse in time to take a quick look at metric Celsius. At this, well, I'll tell you what, the track is, it's warmer than the air. I can tell you that much. It's 45 degrees Celsius on track, which I do believe is quite warm. Actually, so we have a hot track out there in LA and mild air temps. Here's John Miller coming around for his first time. Here's Eric, I'm faster, I am faster, Gulliga. And of course, I believe I saw his brother earlier, Michael Top Step Gulliga. First across the line is Corey Mitchell with 1:17.2. Oh wow, Craig Ream with a 1:19.7. They are displaying currently as the same class. I might have adjusted something incorrectly there for a moment. Crud. And the times are all running across. Corey, the only one in the GT1s at the moment. Dustin Burkhalter crosses the line for the GT1s in his Aston Martin with a 1:18.2. He's a second behind Corey at the moment. Ali Salih only with a 1:19.2 behind the GT1s there. As quick as for the GT3 class. Tyler Pierre Richards just behind him. Lincoln Russell slots into third in the first non-Lamborghini out there. He's quickly followed by Craig Reed in fourth position. Michael Top Step Culligan. Not super fast around it. And then that's Shane Hunter going into the 1:17.5s there. Doing all right for him. Here's Eric. I am faster Culligan, who has returned to the pit lane there. Ali Salih not able to do any better for himself. Do it. Oh, we have some different classes up there at the moment. Hopefully I don't touch anything. Let's go with that. Some weird reason is reading Brandon Piper with a 1:23 fastest of the class at the moment. There's Michael McCoy riding in the brand new out today GT3. BMW, it's the M4. Currently, Corey Sandbag Mitchell has lived up to his name, crossing the line again. Oh, gets into the 1:16s there, 1:16.848. Very impressive from him. Definitely sandbag everybody as Dustin Burkhalter is almost about a second off there. Godfather benches. Does go faster, but does not meet up with the GT1s. There's not a whole lot between these cars at the moment. And he returns to the pit lane. John comes across the line, not able to better himself at all. Troy Banks moving up to 15th position. And Brandon Piper still with the fastest lap out there, 1:21.083. For some weird reason, Brian Zitt slots in. So, two first places, it seems, for Brandon's in his own class for some weird reason. That is probably what I have done to him on accident. Hopefully he does not finish up in the points too far for me to figure that one out. A minute and a half left on the timing board at the moment. Brian Zinn still out there on track trying to put in some cool laps, as well as Eddie Lapise Jr. Able to go any faster. Doug Doucette returns to the pit lanes. Sorry about that, though. Some rabbits who just knocked over the water ball. Fantastic. left to go. Troy Banks rounds the final turn. Michael Johnson moves himself up into the top 10. Banks comes across the line, not able to better his time. Brian Zinn goes better for the GT3 class into the top 20 with a 120.740. Is not going to have enough time to come across the line. And we have finished our qualifying session, and we are going to have a nice little spaz out real fast, but then we are going to go down the grid here. And I wish I could set it up by class, but I cannot at the moment. On pole position, of course, was Corey Mitchell flying out there this evening with a 1:16.848. Very impressive. He lines up next to Shane Hunter, who steals second position to line up on the front row. He's followed by Dustin Burkhalter, Bjorn Benches, and Casey Kuntz if he decides to join us. And then we have Tyler Pierre Richards, Ali Salih, John Miller, Craig Ream, Lincoln Russell, Eric Kulliga, Jordan Johnson, Kent Kruger, Michael Johnson, Michael McCoy lines up next to Steven Martinez, Robbie Campbell next to Rob Rodriguez, Tommy Regan, and then Troy Banks rounds out the top 20 drivers. Richard Swindles, Vincent Wood, Andrew Rasmussen, and Brian Zinn. Followed by Michael Kulliga, Stephen Liston, Douglas Doucette, Brandon Piper, Eddie Lapise, Michael Bond, Mark Bray, Bryce Carter, Valerie Asensio, Carlos Lopez Jr., Andrew Dirks, Roman Bykov. Oh my goodness, it's such an awesome time to have so many drivers out there. Sheldon Rosenbaum and David Fendick. And there is everybody lining up for us at the moment. Currently on the back straight. And we are ready to move out there. GT3 is giving them a little breathing room beginning this race. Third class in there that Andrew Rasmussen and Brandon Piper accidentally belong to. They're all suited to 18 and we have a lot of action coming around that final chicane there. As you were, there is just a major traffic jam going on here. Everybody just failing to get through, needs to stack up again, and it's just going to space out. I knew everybody just needed to take a single file through there and line up back on the far side, back of the top. Here is the race for the lead. It's Tyler Pierre Richards on pole position at the moment. Close racing already all over the track. There's a couple spinners here and there, but it looks like everybody has more or less made it through just fine. back up top, Corey Mitchell is just sailing out there. He's got himself a nice little gap. Dustin Burkhalter had a spin early on. Has fallen back into this pylon GT3s here. He's going to have to find his way around. He's just getting a hold of today. Not even able to set up any new paint yet for us. Russell Burton running in fourth. Up to fifth. Only for a moment as that's Jordan Johnson getting by him. Somebody with an issue there. It's John Miller. Let's see what happened. He was running far up there. He seems to have figured it out now. Let's go to the replay. He spun somebody around. Not exactly sure who that was. That was Michael Johnson. I think it was Alice Lee who waited there until he got back on his feet and let him back past. Now he's sitting behind this long train of cars. Both are sitting outside the top 10 at the moment. And I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I think there's going to be racers that don't score points tonight. It's a very generous point system in terms of how many points to score, and that is Shane Hunter into the lead of the GT1s up top. He is just flying. He's had some of the fastest laps out there. He just put in the fastest lap of the race at 1:18.179, which is pretty good for a full fuel run. 6 minutes down in this race. Benson, Andrew Rasmussen, running the GT3s from last season. Oh, and back up top, Corey has made that move stick. He's back in the lead. Let's see if we can see some of these passes that the GT1s are making up there. Oh, as they're starting to come up to some lap traffic here in the GT3 class. Getting a little hairy out there. Shane is getting held up big time. Takes to the inside, getting around this Ferrari. He's taking some doing. Andrew with just a little kiss off the wall into turn 1. Oops. He is not currently on track. Let's see Bjorn finding all that extra horsepower of these old GT1s on the straights. Dustin Burkhalter still making his way through this GT3 traffic. Oh, and there's a car turned around there. That looks like the Spin Master himself, trying to find the right beat to spin it to. Come on. Come on, Kent. Oh, he decided not to do anything stupid, which was probably the right thing when the camera's on you. He just knew it. So Lincoln Russell moves himself up to second place for that spin, or whatever happened with Ali. And sitting pretty in second at the moment, Jordan Johnson just behind him there. Michael Johnson has Michael Johnson has also made his way past Eric Kulliga, who is in the background there. Michael McCoy follows in sixth. Jordan Johnson had an issue up here, or I'm mistaken. Look like any foul to me. Right at the back of the grid here, there's a great little battle going on between Valerie and Eddie. Eddie and the brand new, oh goodness, and they're both good at kiss coming out of the hairpin there. Eddie is in the new M4. Some great new paint on it already. Gets by Valerie and is just zipping down this pit straight there. Vincent Wood still working on Doug here. Back up top, Corey has got a nice little lead above Shane Hunter here of 3.5, make that 4 seconds there. He is sitting comfortable as long as he can just keep all those horses under control. Here's Roman Bykov, who is at, oh, not a good moment, who has had a spin somehow coming into the flower carousel now. This would be a lovely time to go. Thank you, Roman. He is dropped down to 24th with that maneuver, though. He was sitting somewhere above in the top 20 at least before that spin. Tyler Pierre Richards still storming out front. Wonder if he's winning his fancy new t-shirt, season 5 champ t-shirt. If he crashes, it's bad luck and he's gonna burn it. I know it. And the race starting to spread out a little bit, starting to take shape. 13 on the clock. We should, they have a 40% fuel restriction this evening. That's going to lend to a little bit sooner stopping. I imagine anywhere between 20 minutes in and maybe 28, 30 minutes in. We should see these guys stopping. I imagine the GT1s might be in just a hair, a lap or two before. This does have a 12x drive-through penalty this evening, which might come into effect if there's too much action out there. Brandon Piper hunting down Steven Liston down the back straight. Trying to get the better exit from the hairpin. He might have. He's going to get a lovely slipstream down the pit straight here. Shane Hunter with the fastest lap of the race, 1:17.9. He's cut that lead down to about 3.2 seconds. Corey maybe just taking it easy for a moment, giving his tires a moment to cool down. Doesn't have to run so hot at the moment. That's Andrew Rasmussen hot on Craig Green's heels there. Craig all the way down in 12th after the terrible start that he had. Now under pressure from Andrew Rasmussen. I will say Andrew is very quick in this Audi. Ali Salih down to 8th position at the moment. Having a nice little scrap here with Steven Martinez. It's Michael McCoy ahead. It looks like somebody's slow on the back straights here. Michael's going to make one up on, trying to see who that is. So we're staring at 8th position here. Steven Martinez just behind him is 7th, just behind him is 9th. But on either side of this little pack, there are some lap cars. That's Douglas Doucette getting involved. And Vincent Wood as well. Steven Martinez loses out. Does not have a good run through there. And it's all getting a little hairy. Not many passing zones around here at Long Beach. Nobody wants to risk it anywhere. Some wide GT3s. Here's Elise Lee trying to get the slipstream here on Vincent Wood. And he lets him have it very early. On board with John Miller here, still hounding Steven Martinez. This lap Vincent Wood just ahead of them as well. That gap up top for the GT1 still 3.1 second. Tyler Pierre Richards still has a 5.3 second lead out there. Lincoln Russell has pulled away 3 seconds from Jordan Johnson. Oh, these the Kuliga brothers close to each other now. Eric has had an issue somewhere in this race, unless he has gone in early for his pit stop. Which he has. That's put him 11.2 seconds back. Stephen Liston has already pit, so is Roman Bykov. We have Robbie Campbell and Vincent Wood also in the pits at the moment. But Vincent Wood is out of the race. Something has just happened to him as we looked away for a moment, so he's gotten out of the way of those runners. That's Steven Martinez in the pits as well. Can't seem to find his spot. I don't quite know what is going on with him. Corey Sandbags comes in as well for his pit stop. I thought we would see these guys a little bit sooner. Dustin Burkhalter is back in the pits. He's been there for a minute. Seems like he's just blowing that engine to pieces. Steven Martinez trying to figure out what's going on in there. Bjorn also decides to come in for his stop. That GT1 car is awfully thirsty. That's almost 15 seconds for your leader, Corey Mitchell. Corey comes out, gets passed, unlapped by everybody pretty much. Oop. It's Jordan Johnson squeaking in just ahead of him there. A very vital part that's going to slow Corey up a bunch. Maybe Shane Hunter is getting some clean air up top. We'll be able to run some clean laps for a moment. I imagine he's running out of fuel. Corey generally likes to push it as long as he can. That is Shane Hunter coming into the pit lane. Let's see if Corey gets slowed up. He does have some pretty fast GT3s in front of him. Their lap times have been about 120s. Michael McCoy learning how to defend in this new M4 of his. Down the back straight. So I think it was John Miller makes fantastic moves there. Here comes Shane Hunter out of the pits, and that's Corey Mitchell in that gray Corvette there, just getting past him. Let's see how Shane's going to stack up against this Beamer. He's behind the Beamer. Can't quite see who that was at the moment, but he's got some traffic to get through as he sees Corey zip down the road. He has 3.5 behind him. He's got 1 down at the moment. Tyler Pierre Richards is the overall leader and class leader for the GT3s. He's just flying out there. Lincoln Russell still a good bit behind him, and you can see the green Lamborghini of Jordan Johnson, who is running in 3rd position in class. So a lot of points to be made here. If you're willing to drive the GT4s or the GT1s, guaranteed a big points haul and going to be right up there in the leaderboard. If you're so inclined, maybe even the admins. Oh, as we see, looks like Roman Bykov there. Maybe Shane Hunter had an issue. Was that Shane Hunter? That might have been Shane Hunter who came across and gave him a little tap. It was. And there is Jordan Johnson coming in for his pit stop. 2 leaders out there in front at the moment. But as I was saying, maybe the admins, if you switch class, you can take your lesser points and transfer them over to a different, less populated class. Perhaps they would be into that. You know, if you finished 15th or something like that, it's not going to be a lot of points to carry over anyways. Corey Mitchell passes yet another GTE here. Sorry, GT3. 24 minutes in already. Tyler Pierre Richards still out in front. Stephen Liston trying to take advantage of that little mistake by Doug Doucette. Oh, and Kent Spinmaster not having a great race after that forced tow back to the pits. And he may be happy to see the backside of Long Beach. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to take away the pit time. Give us a little bit more room. Shane still 3.4 behind Corey. He's managed to get rid of all of the traffic between them, but not really able to close Adam at all. They just have to settle for 3rd place, or just keep that as is and hope that Corey is not able to hang. 2nd position for the GT3s here. Coming into the pits now, it's Lincoln Russell. That is Michael McCoy. Oh, there's a big wreck there. And that's Bryce Carter. And I believe not Doug Doucette. Brian Zinn we saw come in. I believe that's Bryce Carter who got turtled there. Andrew Dirks is in for his stop. Steven Martinez definitely with the longest stop out there with an 18-second pit stop, really taking on some fuel. Steven Liston beats him. Carlos Lopez only 4.3 in the pits. Michael McCoy does decide to pit from 3rd place in the race. Race starting to take shape yet again. Greg Ream is back up top, but he is yet to pit. Even though he's got those 8.5 seconds, it seems like a very long pit stop here. These are pretty much in the pits for the entire straights. Troy Banks exits the... Oh no, he has not come into the pits, but he has been swamped with guys who are just coming out of it. Craig Ream is into the pits. Let's see if he can make up any time from all those positions that he lost on lap 1. There's a great little bit of traffic here. Brian Zinn and Andrew Dirks just swamped by lapping cars. Well, they're trying to party at the same time. That puts Bjorn up into second place there. Exactly know what happened. Bjorn trying to get a late braking move done there on somebody and sort of pushing them into the pit lane, which is not allowed. You can get a slowdown penalty. Actually, if you go into that pit lane, Bjorn somehow up there. Shane decides to drop 21 seconds behind them. Maybe he re-entered the pits for a second pit stop or something. I don't know. He is well off the pack. Still sitting in third place though. Michael Johnson still hunting down Jordan Johnson ahead of him. That's 30 minutes down for us here, folks. Just a lovely sound from this GT1 here. At this point, it is just a matter of traffic management here in LA. Everybody just trying to get home in the traffic. John's still 3.5 behind Ali here. He's climbed back up to 4th place in the standings. Shane Hunter has made that move on Bjorn benches for 2nd place. Jordan getting a much better line out of that hairpin than Michael. There, just all states of cars all over this. I love it when the battle box just has so many different lapping cars on it. Amazingly, at the moment, everybody has managed to slip into their own little 3-second gap here. Here's Ali Salih right on the heels of Michael Johnson, who seems to have fallen off of Jordan, who is ahead. They have a lapped car here who is not making their life super easy. Wants to race with somebody this evening. It's not going to be these guys as they start to storm ahead already. This is for the final podium position here. Michael Johnson, 5 minutes on the clock to race. Still have about, about 23 cars, about 90 screaming tires at this stage of the race too. Jordan Johnson able to hang on for now. Or sorry, that's Michael Johnson hanging on. You could hear Jordan Johnson in the foreground there, just brushing the wall, it sounded like. I didn't expect the windshield to be flat in these Lamborghinis, but that is a very narrow view through the front window. I mean, that is a very slanted wedge car, so you would expect it, but I didn't expect all that. And this has somehow allowed them to actually catch up to Jordan Johnson up there, so 0.8 up to Jordan Johnson, and that brings 2nd place into play as well. actually a crash, or the software's been so funny. It keeps thinking that people going slow and taking it easy around here is a crash, and that's pretty much, that's fast. He went around there quickly. So strange. Thought Michael McCoy crashed 3 times in a row. Probably the same deal. Gets around the lap car. Maybe gets a little wide, almost hits the fence, gets out of it though. He's trying to stay with Robbie ahead of him, but he's getting lapped by Corey Mitchell again here. He's just out there to spice things up at this point, getting everybody's way. Coming down the pit straight, Ali still can't make a move. There is another lapped car in the way now. That's Greg Ream just on the heels of Michael McCoy there in the M4. They have a lapped car ahead of them. Bryce Carter, I believe. Something happened here, and Ali goes to the inside and leaves Michael Johnson for dead back there. Back with Craig Ream here, still hunting down Michael McCoy. Oh, because we are out of race time, and that is it. I was so caught up with watching it. We have Corey Mitchell here, comes across the line for first place. He is going to take the race win and class win for the GT1s this evening. Tyler Pierre Richards flashing his lights already. Is halfway done with his lap. He can't wait to cross the line and win for the GT3s. He is coming down the pit straight. He's going to take this win, his first of the season. He's happy about that. Jordan Johnson manages to hold on for second position. Ali Salih fights on the last lap to take number 3 out there. Well done. Michael Johnson, unfortunately, just out of the podium pictures this evening, but he's going to score some lovely points here in the GT3 class. And we should be able to get our results screen up there. All right, for the GT1 class, it was Corey Mitchell all the way this evening, followed by Shane Hunter, who moved himself back up to second place. Bjorn Benches, Dustin Burkhalter, and Casey Kuntz did not score any points for us here this evening. Ha! So we have some points out there this evening as well. So those are the 3 racers to score points for the GT3s this evening. It's going to be just a tad longer list of fellas out there. Tyler Pierre Richards takes the win out there, followed by Jordan Johnson and Ali Salih. Michael Johnson finishes outside, unfortunately, of the podium positions. John Miller comes in 5th, Michael McCoy in 6th, followed by Craig Ream, Richard Swindells, Tommy Regan, and Steven Martinez wraps out the top 10. Troy Banks comes in 11th, Lincoln Russell, Michael Culligan, Brandon Piper, Brian Zinn, Douglas Doucette, Stephen Liston, Eddie Lapise. Yeah, I know we have a second page. Was that it? That might be. No, I know we have more runners out there. Why is this not showing me? Come on. All right, there we are. Robbie Campbell and Roman Bykoff is in 20th position. Bryce Carter, Kent Kruger is down in 22nd. Valerie Arsencio, Andrew Rasmussen, Eric Kulliga, Andrew Dirks, Carlos Lopez, Carlos Lopez, and Vincent Wood are out of the points this evening, as is Andrew Rasmussen after his issues. As always, make sure you hit that thumbs down button. Never subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell an even number of times and say something mean about me in the comment section down below, please. As always, we will see you on Sundays with the Miatas. We're going to Holland next week with Zandvoort, so make sure you join us for that. Also, if you want to check out the league's website, it's apexthis.racing. It's got all the league information right there. One last time, take a peek at that schedule so you can join us next week. We're doing Sundays, MX5 Miatas. Tuesdays, we're doing the GT4s and GTE classes. And then, of course, the GT1s and GT3s on Thursdays. See you next week, everybody. Take it easy.